Weekend is upon us, and with the pandemic having restricted busy gatherings, many will make the most of Idaho's great outdoors.
But recently, the Bureau of Land Management lifted Stage 1 fire restrictions over the entire KMVT viewing area. Why? Before the big holiday weekend. We find out in tonight's top story. KMVT's Nicholas Snider talked to officials and is live in our newsroom right now with the reasoning behind the restrictions being lifted. Nicholas, what can you tell us?
Joe, officials say the main reasoning behind the restrictions being lifted is lack of human-caused fires around the area. But not all officials are on board with the decision from the BLM. Dry grounds and breezy conditions, two ingredients essential for wildfires. Despite this, the BLM lifted all of their Stage 1 fire restrictions last Wednesday.
We weren't having the high human starts from the campers, the recreationists, the vehicles and that. Some of the fuel moisture started to come up with the rains that we had a week or so ago.
Now, despite the increase in fuel moistures, 65% of Idaho remains under extreme drought conditions. Zooming in closer to our viewing area, all of Twin Falls, Jerome, Gooding, and Lincoln counties remain under those extreme drought conditions, with 81% of Kasia, 78% of Blaine, and 44% of Minidoka counties being under those extreme drought conditions. On top of this, 45% of Blaine and 17% of Lincoln counties are under exceptional drought conditions.
There's still a very serious fire risk out there.
In response to the exceptional drought, Blaine County commissioners took action, issuing their own restrictions through October 31st on remote lands not controlled by the Forest Service or the BLM.
There are some parcels throughout the county, particularly in remote Blaine County, that fall in this area.
Commissioner Anjani McCleary says they want to make sure they're limiting as many human starts as possible.
I think these fire restrictions being in place are quite essential to make sure that we're doing everything we can to reduce that risk.
With these restrictions lifted, BLM officials don't think an uptick in human-caused fires will occur.
Well, I think with the smoke in the air from California, everybody's just a little more vigilant.
Now, Commissioner McCleary also says that she does think restrictions still need to be in place for all lands as the drought conditions continue. Live in the newsroom, Nicholas Snider, KMVT.